While mental health in the workplace has become a hot topic in the recent years, there's no doubt that some stigma still exists around discussing mental health in a professional setting. That said, with the ongoing effects of this pandemic, increased remote and flexible work arrangements, and a complete blurring of lines between what constitutes home life and work life, addressing mental health in the workplace is more of a question on how to address it and less of a question of if it exists. As per the World Health Organization, the WHO, mental health is a state of well-being in which an individual can cope with everyday stressors, is able to work productively, reach his or her full potential, and contribute to their community. Mental health, along with your physical health and social well-being, is an essential component of your overall health. Note this, it's also important to point out that mental health is more than the absence of any mental illness. Experts suggest that you can have poor mental health without even having an illness, and likewise, you can have good mental health even with a mental illness. Mental health and human performance are not two separate pursuits, but rather two parts of the same equation, and combined, they are what makes humans flourish. The relationship between body and mind is an essential component of mental health. Together, they make up our internal equilibrium. In today's world, employee mental health must be a top priority for you as a company employee and also for you as a business who is looking to hire high-performing employees. The pandemic has heightened a number of negative emotions in employees' lives such as stress, anxiety, uncertainty, fatigue, and in many cases grief. During a time of our lives that has been more of a dark phase, for many the general stress that comes from not knowing what the future holds can really hit especially hard for some. And when it comes to promoting well-being at work, creating proactive options that help people improve and maintain their mental health on a day-to-day basis is the key to helping employees flourish. So in this video, I'll discuss some proactive options to promote mental well-being at work, both as an employer and as an employee. I'll share simple tips for creating a healthy work culture, highlight the warning signs to look for in employees who may be dealing with underlying mental health conditions, and also outline some helpful coping mechanisms. Take a moment to like this video so that it stays with you as your reference point, and also subscribe to our channel with the press of the bell icon to continue accessing content that will help you to grow, succeed, and find solutions to your business or career issues. Let's begin by looking at some of the consequences of poor mental health at the workplace. 1. Poor mental health leads to demotivation and lack of focus. When we have mental health issues, our minds wander or fixate on our problems, making it difficult for us to regulate our thoughts and emotions. 2. High performance is mental strength in motion, and when we don't feel good, accessing those behavioral skills that foster creativity and resilience is quite challenging. And without these skills, we don't have the psychological resources for us to perform well at our jobs. 3. From social anxiety to a reduction in cognitive performance and working memory, poor mental health takes a major toll on your daily living and physical capability. You feel depleted. 4. It's difficult to communicate well when we are emotionally not feeling well. Poor mental health may lead to misinterpreting or overreacting to colleagues. It may come across as speaking with a passive-aggressive tone, being a poor listener, or maybe having a negative attitude. And 5, poor mental health can lead to lack of impulse control, unhealthy thoughts, and poor decision making. Poor decision making may lead to missed meetings, showing up late, dropping commitments, or not adhering to company policies. With a rapid increase in flexible work arrangements, home and work life have seemingly blended into one, and it can be easy to forget the line where the workday ends and the personal life begins. With so many employees working from home, organizations have seen an increase in employee burnout, leading to lower productivity and reduced overall satisfaction with their work. So, how can leaders prevent burnout and keep employee morale high? First, by practicing self-care. By taking the much needed time to manage stress, leaders will be setting a strong example for employees, leading to improved working conditions on an overall basis. So encourage your team to take plenty of breaks, eat well, meditate, or pursue other activities that they enjoy. The second is to consider your tone. A kind tone in an email or a message can go a long way during the time of such uncertainty and doubt. Without it, the employees may feel discouraged to reach out even when they need your help. 3. Communicate more often. Meet up with your employees regularly to check in not only on their work but on also how they are doing in general. Simply asking an employee if there's anything that they need can be extremely impactful in showing that you care, and especially for employees who are more hesitant to ask for your help. Remain flexible. Remember that employees are dealing with a variety of stressors even outside the bounds of their work. If certain deadlines are flexible, that can be a huge relief for an employee who may be working through external factors that are taking a toll on their mental health. Prioritize work-life balance. Set up a designated workspace away from the place you spend your downtime. Set boundaries and a time you log off work for the day. Being a model for healthy work-life balance and encouraging employees to do the same is an important way to combat burnout. And encourage team support. An important part of a healthy work culture is a team that supports one another. In a time where many employees are feeling overwhelmed about the same daily stressors, working together as a team to de-stress can prove helpful. As a leader, you can encourage teams to participate in group exercises to reduce stress. And some suggested activities for remote teams include group wellness programs. In addition to the overall stress of work and daily life in a pandemic, government restrictions and working remotely can be isolating and anxiety-inducing for many. To help people feel connected while they are physically distanced, leaders can organize team-building activities and opportunities for virtual socialization. Even with a sound work culture in place, some employees will still struggle with underlying mental health conditions with or without the added stress of the pandemic. So how can employees, co-workers, and leaders recognize the warning signs? When should employees ask for help? When should leaders offer their support? If you notice some of these warning signs in an employee or your coworker, you may want to reach out and start a conversation on their mental health. The first is their work habits. Have you noticed a sudden change in an employee's work habits? Poor productivity, minimal motivation, and trouble concentrating can often be the result of a mental health concern. Their overall demeanor. If you notice a dramatic change in an employee's personality, such as sudden irritability, nervousness, restlessness, or other unusual behavior, this could be a sign that they are struggling with their mental health. Increased absenteeism. Is an employee frequently missing meetings, calling in sick, or starting work late when they typically always start on time? Excessive fatigue, physical aches, and overall lethargy could be associated with depression or anxiety. Employees who seem unable to control their emotions, leading to mood swings, outbursts, and disruptive behavior, may be experiencing mental health concerns. If an employee seems unwilling to communicate with others, avoids social interaction with other team members, and purposely imposes self-isolation, This could even indicate an underlying mental health concern. So, if an employee is experiencing several mental illness warning signs at one time, they may want to reach out to a manager or maybe a mental health professional for help. After noticing an employee may be experiencing some of these warning signs, or after an employee approaches you for help regarding their mental health, you will want to approach the subject with utmost care. Most importantly, show empathy when having conversation around mental health in your workplace. Your employee is like feeling overwhelmed and maybe a little anxious talking in a professional setting about such a personal topic. It's important that your employee feels comfortable sharing what they are feeling and that you reassure them that you are willing to listen and help with no fear of judgment or risk of a negative impact on their professional reputation. Depending on the severity of the situation, you may recommend your employee to see a mental health professional to talk further about their condition, or as a starting point, you can suggest healthy coping techniques for some common mental health concerns. So, say for example, stress. So stress, if they're experiencing stress, then you need to understand that stress is a normal biological reaction to a potentially dangerous situation. When you encounter sudden stress, your brain floods your body with chemicals and hormones such as adrenaline and cortisol. Typically, after the response occurs, your body should relax. However, too much constant stress can have negative effects on your long-term health. So how to cope with stress? You can emphasize a number of things such as work-life balance, exercising regularly, eating well, making time for hobbies, meditating or practicing yoga, getting enough sleep, or spending time with their pets or maybe their loved ones. The second is anxiety. Anxiety refers to anticipation of a future concern and is associated with muscle tension and avoidance behavior. So anxiety disorders can cause people to try to avoid situations that trigger or worsen their symptoms, and job performance and personal relationships can be severely affected. So how to cope up with anxiety? So you can practice deep breathing, you can take a walk, you can meditate, practice yoga, write down your thoughts, share it with your loved ones, and identify the triggers and regulate them. And finally, it is the grief. Grief is a natural reaction to a loss. Grief is both a universal and a personal experience. Individual experiences of grief vary and are influenced by the nature of the loss. So some examples may mean loss, including the loss of a loved one, the ending of an important relationship, job loss, loss through theft, or the loss of independence through disability. So how to cope up with grief? You can lean on to your friends and family, accept and face your feelings, express your feelings in a creative way through writing or through drawing, try to maintain your hobbies or interests, and preserve the good memories of your past. To summarize, the key takeaways on mental health are as follows. 1. Mental health is more than the absence of mental illness. 2. You can't have physical health without mental health. 3. Mental health aids in coping with stress. 4. Human performance and mental health go hand in hand. And 5. Workplace wellness must be a top priority. As an employee, it is critical for you to recognize the importance of your good mental health for your overall well-being as well as your success at work. As a company, you must invest in the mental health of your people and foster open dialogue about mental health issues. This will create a positive workplace and a place where people want to work and contribute their level best. It's a win-win. Hope you found this video useful. Give us a like and do share with others for them to benefit as well. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel to continue accessing content that will help you to grow and succeed. Thanks for watching.